Last night my sled got completely buried in snow. I have to dig it out this morning. Looks like nothing but white straight ahead. This has been home for me for the past 4 weeks. It's small and it's a huge mess, much like my apartment at home. There is the stove where I cook my dinner. There's a pot full of ice, so that's the ice that I melt so I can have hot water, so I can have hot drinks and add it to my freeze-dried meal, which is right here. We've got about 2 weeks left on the trip. We've spent almost 4 weeks on the ice. It's been a really, really tough trip, and I think we're all looking forward to getting to the pole. I really think we can do it too, but man, it's been tiring. A lot of people have a lot of injuries from the cold. Just blisters on their faces and on their legs and on their lips. So far I've managed to stay pretty much injury-free. I keep my face covered with goggles and a face mask during the day, so I have a little bit of frost nip on the nose, but other than that, I'm surviving. Still have all the fingers and toes, so that's good. And just really looking forward to getting to the south.
I think you don't have to have total clarity to just put one foot in front of the other. So that's what I did, and I'm happy to report that just last year, on May 24th, I did make it to the summit of Mount Everest in honor of my friend Meg. Thanks. Thanks. And for me, it was the completion of what's known as the Adventure Grand Slam, which is climbing the 7 summits, the highest peak on each continent, and skiing to both the North and South Pole. And everybody asked me what that felt like what it felt like to go back to that mountain 8 years later after everything I'd been through and fight my way to the storm and finally stand on top of the highest mountain in the world. And I can honestly tell you, it just wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, because let's think about this for a second, you guys. It's just the top of a mountain. And standing on that summit doesn't mean anything. Because it's really about the lessons you learn along the way and what you're going to do with those lessons going forward. And had I not had that failed attempt in 2002, I don't think I would have known how to weather the storm last year when I went up in 2010. And I know that I did my absolute best when I stood on the summit of Mount Everest last year, but there are always going to be more mountains to climb. So I know that going forward, I have to be even better.
I didn't put a bag on top of it, so anyway, happy New Year, ladies.
Pat is a member here of the Squadron A Club, so that's how we ended up booking this place.
Anyway, the book, I hope you like it. It's basically, I think you know, it's leadership lessons I learned in these various extreme environments I've been in, whether it's mountains or North Pole, South Pole. There's also lessons from decorated military leaders, from CEOs, from sports legends, and I just kind of wanted to compile all the great leadership advice that I've learned over the years and put it all in the everyone's got their own mountains to climb, so this sort of tells you how to, tackle the tough ones when you're ready to give up, and it gives you some good strategies on how to keep going when you feel like you gotta quit.